We're gonna call this one Beaver City. Viddy. Beaver Viddy. I like Viddy better. Beaver Viddy. They know what it means. Hey beavers. We need a path. And now we are going to build a dam, as beavers do. We'll have 2 lumberjack flags right here. Let's also have them put a large wood storage pile right here. Can't forget the berries. Alright, now go. Do good. We will speed up the process of building and such. Very exciting though. Building our first lumberjack flags, having them get to work. And we have nothing to do right here. Okay, good job. Alright, now you got stuff to do. As far as priorities, we want this to be the highest priority, at least the first 3 of them. And then we are going to have the water pump be built after that, the next highest priority. And not to forget our hunger needs, we want the efficient farmhouse built right away. That's good right there. Plant carrots. And this needs to be a priority right below this. Get this floodgated off and do the same with right here, and then break this and this to bypass the water when it becomes bad tide so that we do not die like we did before. Okay, we've got water now. Let's get rid of a couple workers. There we go. There, just in time. Okay, you guys have done your damage and you can no longer be lumberjacks there. We could also add lumberjack flags here. We'll hold off for right now, but I'm not gonna forget about it. We got thirsty beavers, but they're not dying of thirst yet. We're doing good. We have almost all of this built. And then we certainly won't die. We have 10 beavers. How many are unemployed? 3 are unemployed. That's unacceptable. Well, they'll be employed here though. Dam's done. We're gonna do 2 inventors. Want to make sure that this is fully staffed, that's fully staffed. Okay, yeah, nobody's unemployed now. Doing a lot of growing right there, that's great. And then we'll get the inventor in. We'll make sure that we're starting to learn stuff so that we can afford the all-important floodgate. First drought approaching. We need to get up our population because it will get low before we know it. Because as they grow up, they die of old age just as quickly. There we go, that's a kind of interesting little block of lodges. Okay, let's also maybe start cutting down some trees just because we're gonna run into big problems. Now let's demolish this. We can start cutting wood right here. That'll be good. We're doing well with water. As far as wood goes, we need to get a forester, and then let's plant the pine trees, or birch. I guess this is a birch forest. Very nice. I guess a lot of our wood's held up right now, building these, but that's essential. We don't want them all to die of old age. And then our carrots are going to be ready soon enough. Carrot storage will be needed at some point. Not yet though. Let's make this one a bit of a priority. Okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. We made a mistake. We need planks. And we also need a power wheel. We can make a gear workshop too. We don't want to forget about that. We don't need this many people on our farm. We don't need that many people building yet. Well, 2 unemployed now. I guess we do want people building. And we are now happier than ever. Level 3. Fantastic. Our science is creeping up to the level it needs to be. Oh, went down to -6 after being level 4, huh? Because they're all hungry. How about you guys focus cutting plants? Well, we have enough beds now, so our population can get started again, and we're solving the hunger issue. We've got a forester in theory. Take off this lumberjack, we only need 1. Drought's not bothering us so far. Got 1 day left of it. Almost starting to get a surplus of wood. That's great. We could actually build another forester up here, because that will also solve many problems. And we're starting to get children, which will be good, because then that is future worker beavers. Pines. Here we go. One more researcher. There we go. Now we can do the platforms. At some point we're going to need to create a new district, but we won't do that quite yet. I think right through here is fine. Alright, let's mark these for demolition. And let's make that a priority. The food thing is taken care of. The water thing is gotta be taken care of, my goodness. What are these beavers thinking? You can actually cool it as a forester. We don't need that right now. We do want that forester though. Okay, we got that path. All good. And now we build our platform. And then really quickly, let's just do what we need to do to save us eventually. Not yet, but eventually. We need to have this all demolished. I know I can't reach it, but I'm going to solve that by reaching it anyway. Now we got our aspirations here. Now we just need to get enough research, science points, whatever's, for floodgates, because those are 150. Last time I did this, I accidentally built a levee and we all died, so I won't make that mistake again. I mean, I'd say we could cool it on the planks, but I think we actually should keep making them. I want a small pile for planks, or maybe a large one. Yeah, we can have a large pile for planks. How are we doing with carrots? All right, I think we're at a point where we should start planting them again, because that's gonna come back and haunt us later. 13 beavers. And what is this? 1 unemployed. Oh my gosh. This is great news. Not that unemployment is ever really great news, but in this case it is. It means we can assign people to more tasks, like building. Let's actually just have one more farmer. I don't want food to be the reason we die, if it is ending up to be a reason. Huge. This is huge. We now can build our floodgates. This is shorter. Okay. And we got this flowing there, so that's incredible news. So we might have actually done it. Oh, we should also put a floodgate right here. And then we can replace this with a platform instead, so we don't have like a dam and a floodgate. The other thing is a floodgate right like here-ish. A double one though, so we'll wait till we have the science points for that. We still have some empty beds, so we'll keep it like this for the housing. Okay, let's speed it up again. We got an injured beaver, I believe. Let's get a teeth grindstone. Anything having to do with this has gotta be lower priority. And then these should be way higher priority. The same with these. The beavers get it, they know what to do. They know the drill. Another important thing that we don't want to just ignore is water storage. So let's get some water tanks, all for water. We can also start building gears for the large water storage tanks, because I don't want to get caught without gears and then not be able to store enough water for when there's a long drought. I think I want to spend it on the gear workshop before I spend it on the double floodgate, but let me check how much double floodgate is. 250. And gear workshop was 100. We'll do gear workshop. Now we do have 16 beavers, 18 if you count the children. Them working here. They can also be a forester here. We got the gear workshop, science points, ready to spend. And this just takes logs and planks. I should also store gears. Just make a small pile right here just to get ahead of that. Oh, you don't work for that, do you? Need a little warehouse for gears. We just had some of them die of old age. To be expected. Let's get the forester out of here. Honestly, we don't even need the lumberjack right here. We don't have any trees. We'll bring this up. Well, I guess we don't need it up at all. And then they are not building this yet. That's fine. Gears, I kind of want that prioritized a bit. We don't really need carrot storage yet. Good with water. Sort of. I guess we're good with water. Maybe let's prioritize at least one of these water tanks getting filled up. Can't have the beavers be thirsty. One more. Drought ends in 0.4 days, so we're good with all this so far. And then when the bad time comes, we'll make sure this is all demolished, and we can also demolish this one further here. And then all the bad water will go around here because we're gonna lift these up to 100% or height of 1. We have 2 unemployed beavers. Alright, it's great news. Get them working on stuff. I guess they're just finishing these up. Probably a safe bet. And then this one, okay, it just needs to be finished. And that will be totally ready to go. For the bad tide. Medium warehouse for carrots. Yeah, we can have a berry warehouse too. Alright, let's just really quickly test it. See what happens. If it like overflows or anything. It shouldn't overflow, it should just go out. That's how it's supposed to work. And it bypasses over there and fills into here. And then this is a secondary water source that we can fill up. We can also have bad tide eventually just go out this way, off the map, once we kind of get this all sorted. Looking at our science points, we are doing quite well. We have 232. We just need 250 for our double floodgate. Let's get our water back in here. Drought approaching, all good. I gotta make sure that water doesn't encroach on us. Gotta push it back. So that'd be a good double floodgate part right here as well. Make sure the bad water doesn't come back from there. Okay, we got our water getting filled. This is great. We got our gears getting made. So let's now start our water storage. Medium tank. Double floodgate or medium tank? I feel like double floodgate is our better bet right now. So, here we go. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's unnatural looking, but I think it'll still work if I like put it up all the way. Oh, but it's not good. Very scary looking. Okay, regardless, must be built. Important stuff. Now let's get rid of those. Do that quickly. Very good. Alright, let's lower the floodgate all the way. We don't want to mess with that. We will want to start filling this up and getting this floodgated off. How are we with planks? We don't have any planks. Guess we're using it quick. And we're not making planks either. Alright, cool. Let's get our forester back in action here. Get our lumberjacks back over there. We can have 2 lumberjacks. No, I guess we can't. I feel like we're good for maybe building. We have enough. And we just need more lumberjacks. Yeah, that feels right. Oh, and we're gathering berries still. I don't know why. We can eventually, but we have so many carrots. Well, we sometimes have so many carrots. Alright. We only have 1 empty bed. That tells me we need to get going on our houses, our lodges. 1 lodge right there, awkwardly. Got its own private entrance. How many unemployed? 3. Oh, that's just great to hear. We can have our berry farmer back. Yeah, they're still not building this. That's fine, they can prioritize everything else here. I really don't think the bad tide's gonna cause an issue like that. Alright, getting low on water, but at least we can refill it as soon as they get back to work. How's our science going? We have scientists working diligently, very good. What is the next thing for science again? Observatory, it's 1,000. And you need gears and you need pine resin or something? Pine resin, tapper's shack, yes. So for pine resin, we need a tapper's shack at 500. We want the observatory because science is key to this game and you speed everything up if you have science going. And the observatory is way better than the inventor's shack. Even though they have cool little spinny things up here, it's not a lot of thinking going on down there. Let's get another one of these. And then let's invert this one. I want to keep getting our population up. I think we're at that point where we're not going to starve. Might run out of water, but I don't think that'll be yet. Okay, so we're still building right here, just waiting on planks. 4 more days of the drought. So, because I did not explain it before, the reason why we are building this double floodgate right here is when we get to the point where we have another drought, or even the bad tide, we're going to block all this off right here, this floodgate and this one. And so everything's going to kind of build up right here. And because of that, the shape of this area, we're going to be able to hold all of that water in up to this level and then block it off right here so that it doesn't get out. And it won't be any of the bad tide because that's going to go around here and over here. So with that, we can then slowly lower this height to get water to gradually fall down into here and replenish this area so that we don't ever run out of water for our crops or for our drinking water source. At least that's the idea. So far we're kind of keeping up with demand, but it's going to get crazy real quick. And then the other thing is we can also now go up to 100% blocking off right here instead of whatever this sets at. Like it's like 80% maybe. And that'll keep a lot more water in here to start with, so that also helps. But if we don't run out of water, then we should be able to keep everything growing and the beavers hydrated, which is all that matters. Now for the gears, I'm thinking maybe we pause the gears. No, because we want the water container. Medium tank. That's 120. Okay, we can do that. Let's just put the medium water tank right there. And that takes 20 gears. So it's a good thing that we got started on this. And the planks are turned into gears. I almost wish we were making twice as many gears or planks. We could. Alright, we just ran out of water. That's fine. They're all gonna die in 2 days. And we have 1 day. And these things won't die very quickly. Alright, we survived another cycle. Cycle 3. Yes, they're thirsty, but they aren't that thirsty. Not yet. They've had water. I'm getting a little worried though. Don't like to see them all with the water icon. It's a scary icon. Scary icon that induces fear. Just get on your merry ways. Just do your jobs. Water's coming. Don't you worry. Now we could also set up emergency water like places, like right here. Usually keeps water there. We could just have stairs that go down there. Put a water pump. It's probably a good idea just to keep an eye on that. But we're fine. They are not going to die of thirst this quickly. I am nearly sure of it. Just like our plants aren't going to die right away because we're fine and we timed this right. Look at that. Now, one other thing we can do is a large water pump. That one is going to be essential if we want to ever fill up this thing, because pumping it with this little thing is just totally impractical. It doesn't do anything. It costs 400 science for that, so gotta save up for a little bit, but we'll get there quick. Yeah, we do have a little bit of competing priorities here. Let's actually, I don't know if I really want to stop working on this. It's just that we don't have planks anymore. Yeah, we gotta stop. We could get a second water pump. That's probably a good idea. And this will just be our water pump for all the times that we have water flowing, and we won't use it right here. How are they doing? Are they dying of thirst yet? Like, what's the deal? Oh gosh, here it comes, bad tide. Alright, I think we're prepared, but I also really don't know if we're prepared. Scary stuff. It'd be great to get this built though first. So I'm going to make sure this all gets prioritized. How are they doing? They're dying of thirst? Why? I'm doing the things. No reason to die of thirst. Whatever, it's just like 2 of them so far. They're all still thirsty though. It's so lame. This game can be incredibly frustrating. Alright, no more dying of thirst, everybody. Just go drink your water, be beavers, and be happy that I built these things for you. Alright, some of them aren't thirsty. Another one died of thirst though, so there you go. Should I just build another one? I mean, that might be a good idea. While I wait for the other one, let's just flip that around here. Alright, 0.9 days till, oh gosh, it's coming quick. They're nowhere near ready for this. So that's kind of out of the question. Oh boy. Badtide's almost here. We're gonna slow it time down at that point and then try to micromanage our area. Alright, bad tide started. So we're good for a couple seconds here. Obviously the bad tide has to get there. I want to make sure we're taking advantage of every second we have. This we're going to increase the height of shortly once we stop having a flow of water here. One thing that we're unfortunately going to have to deal with somehow is this is going to get stuck right here and it's going to have to get diluted a little bit. Oh, it's ugly. Ugly water. Alright, I think we're ready to put the floodgate up. Put that floodgate up. Have it divert around. Yeah, and then let's try to get this a little bit higher just to top this off as much as we can. Fortunately, we do not have any thirsty beavers anymore, so that's one mission accomplished. This is working well. It's diverting around, and this is also going to divert around just fine. And we're good. Speed up again. Now, the thing I need to be careful about is this water level is going to go down with the pumping of this. These don't pump that quickly, but they pump quickly enough where I don't want to have everything totally die if I can avoid it. Let's increase our workers at the farmhouse. Day one of the bad tide is going as swimmingly as it could. We've got this area still mostly filled with water. That height should have been up to 100% earlier, but whatever. And this is totally blocked off, so that's good. This is going around nicely, so that's great. Not going in there. And this is stuck there. So the only thing we have to deal with is the fact that this is going to get like stuck in the clean water as it comes out. But I guess we could also have it flush out this way, block this off maybe, and then have it flush out the bad tide this way. So let's plan on that. Making sure that we didn't go too far down for one day. I mean, it's definitely pumping a lot, but maybe we'll get to a point where it starts to fill these all up and then we don't need to worry about it as much. And then this will be ready for next time to be able to have our tub of water that we can drain into here slowly and never run out. At least that's the idea. We can get the gathering flag back. Let's get the forester back in action. Okay, this does not need to be done anymore because there's literally no water. This is just bad water. Just one more there, and then we'll have that built out. And I'll do my best to add some dirt here when I can, because that's going to look horrendous having like this right there. This is not getting too high. That was one concern I had, is that this was just going to pump full of water and then overflow here and ruin everything, but that didn't happen. So that's good. I don't know when to stop pumping water here. I feel like never is a good bet, but I don't know. Let's stop one of them. I'm getting a little nervous by the water level, and we're doing really well with water anyway. As far as planks go, let's just get all the planks there, and then we'll reprioritize to gears. Yeah, just need 5 more planks. Should be quick. 4 more planks. Got a lot of wood though. So that's great. How are we doing with the water level? That's good. There's 3 days left, that's totally fine. They've almost got this built, they got it built. Oh, great. Oh, this is great. Okay, so we are gonna put it up all the way because we're gonna need to have this clean water come in through here. And then we're gonna have this totally filled up to the top, and then we're going to open this floodgate and have it shoot the clean water out this way and get the bad water out, so we don't have to ruin their farm with bad water. Although it'd probably dissipate quickly anyway, but I still don't want to deal with it. Alright, we do now have another milestone here. We've got the ability to do a tapper's shack. So we will do that right here. Yeah, I know it's 500 science points, but who cares? Now we can start working on important things. Chiefly among those is the observatory. Because with that, we're going to be able to get really good technology really quickly and eventually robots so they can do everything for me. We got carrots stored here, we got berries stored there. Probably be good to get another farmhouse and another farm over here. I don't want to have us run out of food just because we've become too big. I wonder why they called it an efficient farmhouse. Like, is there another one that's inefficient? Alright, we'll do another carrot farm. Big one. And have a lot of carrots. We can do a small potato farm also right here. Everyone likes potatoes. We'll slowly transition to different crops, but carrots is always a good starting point. What's going on here? Forester, you just like not doing anything? Oh, maybe because it's a drought, or there's no water. That makes sense. Alright, we didn't even run out of water in both senses. Incredible. You can probably stop being a forester. How are we doing for gears? Starting to store them. Got this built. Wonderful. Alright, now we got another farmhouse. That's gonna be huge. Let's also plant potatoes right along here. That'll look nice. 1.5 days to go. I just hope we don't go, like, dry here while I try to do this whole thing with filling it up and pushing the water out. I can picture that just taking too much time. But I can also picture it being a raving success and wondering why I doubted myself. So let's just go with that for now. Look at this. Look at these farms. They're huge. So many carrots. I didn't even know beavers liked carrots. I do now. Badtides over. Let's just keep an eye on this right here. And once this is all blue, then we pull this down. This is getting down to the last little bit. So that's gonna go dry if we keep pumping water there. So let's not keep pumping water there. This is perfect. Let's take that down. Oh yeah, this is gonna work great. Just get the elevation of that up a bit. Let's actually take this down to like 180. Is that working? Yeah, let's replenish that. We're gonna do 80 for that height. This is all good. I think this is ready to do it. So let's try lowering that and see what happens. Not great. Let's maybe do it the other way. That's dissipating nicely. Yeah. I think that's good. Let's get the water pumps going again. Okay, I think we're good for this now. Let's just get the water going. As long as it's flowing over here, we can deal with some bad water. Some less than good water, as I like to think of it. Perfect. Alright, this is great. All worked out. Now let's close this up because we want to fill this up as much as possible. Let's get this up. Now, another thing we should consider, if we can build it in time, is another set of floodgates. Let's do that. Oh, we could just do like one there actually. Can prioritize that right there. Right, not right there though. That's a waste. We can just have one like that. Oh, that will look so bad. If they even move up together? I guess they would. Prioritize these. I feel like we don't actually have enough time to make that work, but it's all good. It's not the point. Alright, so which way is the water actually going? Anyway? No, because it's filling up right now. But I want to lower this enough where this is totally full. So when the bad tide hits, we have a good spot to go off of. Alright, so this is still flowing in this way. Problem is we're making gears now, and gears are the antithesis of other things. We're going to stop with the gears, and we're going to prioritize planks so that we can hopefully build what we want over here. And that'll be sweet if we can pull that off. And if not, that's fine too. Yeah, there's really no movement. No, but that does flow out, so that's not good. We don't want that. We just want this built, really. I think we can get there the next day, and then we can like get this filled up a little bit. Let's bring this down again. All right, one more day. Very good. That should push more water in here right away. Perfect. Okay, this is looking good now. Make sure this doesn't get flooded. Let's get that up a bit. Oh, we're so close. We're gonna make it right in time, I bet. Okay. We gotta make sure this is as full as possible before it's too late. How are we doing here? Yeah, cool. Carrying 4 planks, huh? It's good to hear. Good to hear. Let's try to get this. Let's get the floodgate up all the way. And we'll get this up all the way. Like borderline flooding level. Right about there. Totally block it off. Yeah, that's good. Little flooding works out in everyone's favor. A lot of flooding, not so much. Are you carrying my my planks I need? Alright, get there and build. Okay. I guess we didn't get that built in time, but it's all good. It's fine. Maybe we will. Oh, we did it. Okay, cool. Now we can for sure get a little bit of extra inflow here before it gets totally polluted. I'll speed it up a little bit just to see that go up a bit. Oh, it's also pushing it around that way. That's interesting. Cool. Alright, let's close that off. Don't want that to get in there. Let's bring that down so it doesn't overflow. And we did it. That's how you do it. Not as full as it could have been. We'll get it better next time we try it, but definitely conquered the environment, so to speak. Oh, you can even get this better. There we go. Now that we have kind of done all the things we needed to do with planks, let's get started on gears again, and we can progress toward our goal of large water tank and other great things. Now this one's 10 days. I think the last bad tide maybe was 7 days, maybe 8. But they're gonna keep getting longer up until the point where it's like almost ridiculous. And need to be cognizant of how much water we need to store in water tanks. The medium tanks will be fine for a little while, but we're gonna need the large tanks before we know it. For science, the observatory is 1,000, but we need to also get pine resin first. So that's where our gears come in, because that's what we're missing. 10 gears for that. And we're also needing 20 gears for our medium tank of water. Now, if I was going to prioritize something, I think I would go for the pine resin, or the tapper shack, I mean, just so that we can focus on the observatories. One other thing we need to keep an eye on and do something about right now is our housing. We have only one open bed, which means that our population growth was about to stagnate, and we can't have that. One other thing we can consider doing, because the bottleneck for the gears is the planks, is we could build another plank. We could also build another power supply. Yeah, let's build another lumber mill. I mean, they're not planks. Do another one right there and a path. And that should help clear up the bottleneck of the gears and give us just a surplus of planks. Looks like we're doing a pretty good job with trees, so no worries there. Remember the first time I played this, I wasn't sure if the water here would contaminate the water here, but it doesn't, I've discovered. Or like maybe over time it sort of does a little bit, but I don't think it's an issue. Alright, so to show what I was talking about before is we replenish this with water from up here so that this can get topped off and we don't like have too much just get lost to evaporation up here. We want to keep on getting this one filled up with water while it's still not evaporated, and maximize the amount of water we're capturing here, but also make sure that we have enough water for the crops. So now we have got our second, actually looks kind of cool having it arranged like this, but we have our second lumber mill, so our gear workshop should have more gears. Got a bunch of people doing that. We have 3 people unemployed. I should stop calling them people. 3 beavers unemployed. Why exactly are you doing nothing? Oh, we're totally out of room for wood. Well, wouldn't you know it? Gonna have to build another large pile. There, that's our really ideal spot for a large pile for wood. I'd rather have too much though. Get that forester going again. They're sleeping on the job. Now, I wonder, is this actually creeping in and polluting the water at all? I should probably build another floodgate right here just to keep this water out. And then I can have a second reservoir right here just for drinking water. Oh my gosh, and the other thing I forgot. I can't believe it. I didn't remember to buy the water. Large water pump. Alright. Yeah, I feel like we should do the large water pump up here. This takes treated planks though. I don't know what treated planks require. Okay, so we need the tapper shack. So, good to know. Alright, we are almost done building the water tank. After the water tank, looks like we'll be working on the tapper shack. And after the tapper shack, we will be able to build treated planks, I think. Or not. I could be wrong. Been wrong before, I think. At least once. Get that up. Very good. Alright, so what's gonna happen is this is gonna still run dry before this ever would, because it's shallower. Really is a beautiful game though. The blues contrasting with the reds. 4 more days of this bad tide. And we are in really good shape with water. Very, very good shape. Just need 2 more gears. That should be coming around the corner. Got a lot of food stored up. Incredible. And potatoes. One thing for potatoes is we have the grill that we could build. So let's build a grill. It's an inexpensive thing to do. That just takes logs. And we can grill potatoes. Recipe grilled potatoes. There we go. Alright, we have no empty beds anymore. Well, we have one because someone died of old age, but we don't want that. We want to keep growing. We're a forward-looking beaver colony. So let's continue building out this way. Do 2 more. Okay, we got it. We got our water. Incredible. And we got this right here. Let's just even this out, let that water go in here and get it all to the same level. I guess we could have saved it in case it got too low, but Tapper's Shack just need 7 more gears. Look at all this. This is great. Maybe we should have a storage right here for the carrots. Okay, and potatoes are getting grilled. Beavers are happy. Incredible. And we got a surplus of planks finally. That's really good to see. Gears are halfway there with this one. Tapper's Shack. Alright. That'll be good. So the next thing we need to prioritize is water storage in general. Now that we have this building right here, our large water pump, or at least we will soon enough, we will need to store a lot of water around it because that will be our main water source. Down here, not so much. It'll mostly just be other things. Going through a lot of water though. Oh, I guess. Never mind. There's just a bunch right there. So this is getting better. This is already good. Let's bring that down, replenish this. Fill that up until it gets to a certain point and then take it out that way. Alright, let's lower it now. It'll be a little bit iffy, but it'll also get pushed out this way, so that's fine. Oh, let's actually close these, and then it will really get pushed out that way. Is that the fastest way though? I guess it's fine. Okay, we got the Tapper's Shack now. Now we got pine resin. So, with pine resin, we can make, can we now make the observatory? Yes, but yeah, that's a little bit farther off. Let's do the next best thing, which is our wood workshop. That's 800, so we need to get our science going a little bit better. So we are going to add more scientists. Let's do 2 more inventors. That should speed that along quickly. And then we'll get to 1,000, or I guess not 1,000. We don't need 1,000. We need 800 in order to, at some point, build a large water pump. All right, what's going on here? Have we cleared this out yet? Looks like it. All right, let's get this blocked off. Let's just bite the bullet and have all this flow down there. Get out of here. There we go. Not too bad. Nothing died. Okay, let's get that up a bit higher. And we'll get that up to 80. So it can still fill up. This will down to 50. 1.5, I mean. Get that back up a little bit. Perfect. Now, if we wanted to, we could start filling this up too. But I don't really want to do that quite yet. Not quite there. Let's get this water pump. There's no workers available? Well, what are they all doing? Alright. Now there is. Alright, Forester, you can take a break. Alright, we got our inventions being concocted. Looks like they really like the grilled potatoes. Because we've like maxed out our carrots and everything else storage. Maybe that means we cook more potatoes? I think that's actually exactly what it means. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Alright, what did it say was approaching? A drought. Forgot about those drought thingies. We could build a double floodgate right here. We have planks. We have time. Yeah, let's do that. So this is going to be coming like, maybe just a path right through here. Okay, and then that, and that should be fine. And then we're going to have platform right here, and the double floodgate right here. I think that's probably fine. I could get rid of this one, but I'm not going to. Okay. Let's prioritize getting rid of these. Let's see it get made. And that way we can have an extra spot here to collect water while not totally getting rid of all the water right here. We got water being collected, it's great. No thirsty beavers around here. Treated planks. Yeah, treated planks, that'll be at 800 science, so we'll get there. Now, should I add more housing? I need to eventually, so I might as well now. Alright, one more day until the drought. Don't want to get too distracted and not remember that. Because droughts make the water behave way different than the bad tides, because the bad tides still push the water out, whereas the drought just makes the water supply stop, and it's much more problematic. In fact, I'm going to get us ready for this preemptively by closing that off, and we're just going to get this filled as much as possible, like a bathtub. Let's speed it up to watch that happen. Yes, there's no way this is getting built in time. One more, like, splash of water in here, just to fill it up again. Let's keep an eye on the flow of the water. So that's the most important part. Like, which way is the water going? If the water starts going out this way, then that's when I need to turn this up. Yep, it's flowing out that way. Alright, we're done. Nothing else that can be done there. That can stay. So there's no reason to get rid of water. This is at 100, or 1, not 100. Alright, we're good. Ready for the drought. Alright, it's gonna be a 9-day drought. That's shorter than the bad tide was, so I don't see any reason why we'd run into any problems here. We've also got quite a bit of water stored, so that tells me that we can probably cool it on the water pumping. Just pump one. And just keep an eye on the water level. We can always reactivate them. Okay, we didn't have to worry about the bad tide also. That's good. Good to know. How much was the new district crossing? Okay, district crossing is 600. I could do that right now if I just wanted to prioritize getting work done somewhere else, but it doesn't feel like that's really essential right now. How are we doing? Okay, science points are getting up there. 715, we need 800 for our wood workshop, so let's start planning where this is gonna be. Maybe like this? Yeah, that'd be good. Not quite there yet. We have no empty beds. Again. Oh, we will soon. They just need to build one. How are we doing for baked potatoes or grilled potatoes? Need more. What's going on? Really thirsty beavers? Why? Thought we dealt with all that. Do we have extra planks? Yeah, we do. Well, that kind of looks cool the way it is. Kind of like cut out in a crescent shape. Good stuff. Oh. I knew I'd miss it. Wood workshop time. Cool. Now with wood workshop, we can get our deluxe large water pump. I don't know why I said deluxe. It isn't. It's just your standard large water pump. Replenish this water a bit. The water physics are cool. That like sloshes like a wave of water this way, and then the wave goes back the other way. And so you don't like fully know how full it is until it sloshes back and forth a couple times. But it's cool to do it in slow motion. Alright, you're good there. That's enough water. Don't want it all to flood. Oh no. You had to evacuate because of the flood. Evens itself out. There we go. How are we doing with water? It's getting down there. I guess we could just get ahead of it, since we're not going to run out of water, for the crops at least. Okay, so next thing to research, build is the observatory for 1,000. And observatories take power to run. So I don't know if I'm going to really connect it to here at all, but how big are they? Yeah, I don't know. Could I have it on the water? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, actually, let's do that. It sounds like a fun use of some things. Let's see. Yeah, it works. That'd be cool. We don't even need this one. Okay, wood workshop can now get us strengthened plank. And then that gets us the large water pump. Treated planks, that's it. Got plenty of logs, that's for sure. Water's getting low. So good thing we restarted this. How are we doing up here? Let's bring this down. There we go. Bring that up. Alright, 3 days left of our drought before they hit us with like a 20-day like bad tide and kill us off. The game likes to do things like that. Very cruel game. Alright. Yeah, we got to the point that I was a little worried about, which is the we don't have any water anymore point stored up. I didn't say that right. I don't really want to repeat myself though and correct it, so I'll just leave it at what I said. But just so you know, that was unintentional and I'm embarrassed. Okay, so now this can get totally blocked off. We aren't going to do that though. Just going to want to have the option to block it off in case things come from this direction. But we'll do it at 85 or 80. Okay, wood workshop's almost done. Just gotta make some more gears, I guess. Always feels like we have such a surplus of things until you actually have to go build something. And then you run out of it all. Let's get rid of this bush and let them do a roundabout trip around there. Maybe even have a path that goes across here. I don't think that would hurt. One other thing I need to do is give my beavers something to look forward to. And that includes campfire, right here. These aren't going to be bored beavers, these are going to be lively beavers with pastimes and fun stuff to look forward to. There we go. Sitting around the campfire, chilling. It's going to get our score up, which will be great. Alright. And the drought has ended. Just like that. All our problems went away. That was the easiest one so far though. That was like the least stressful. Droughts are easy though. Bad tides are tricky. Eventually they become good things though, because you can just harvest the bad tide and make different chemicals and explosives and all that good stuff. Speaking about chemicals and explosives and all that good stuff, let's see what else we should do. Nothing metal. We could do windmills. That's probably a good idea. That's going to increase productivity. Yeah. Do the windmill and the power shaft. One other thing I should do is a builder's hut. That will just get building going quicker in general. Just give us extra workers to do that sort of thing. We could also do a hauling post. Hauling posts are good too. We have 9 unemployed beavers. 2 incapacitated beavers. Oh my gosh. That sounds like we're not tending to their well-being. So let's do medical beds. Yes, of course I want to spend science points on medical beds. Okay, let's finish this path. Okay, really close, just 9 more gears. And we got this. Planks are getting used quite often though. And that's slowing down everything. We keep on telling it to build things, but they aren't that important, so let's hold off on building things that are important. Oh, look at this. It is so full. It's perfect. Let's, yeah. Let's get that replenished. Oh, and then this will actually fill up. Let's just drop the floodgate totally and fill all this up. Get some extra water pumped, since that's essential. 2 days for the drought to come. Okay, now we're finally getting gears built because we're not spending all of our planks on side projects. Yeah, it'll be very good to be able to collect water quickly. So right now we're not really doing it that quick. Alright, 4 more planks. And then, or I mean 7 more gears. 3 more planks for this. And that should get things producing a little quicker too. Oh, well, we're already on cycle 7. Feels like we're doing really good. Look at how full this is. It's incredible. Alright, we're close. 6 more planks. This will also make everything go quicker once this connects to this and then this connects to that. So right now this is not connecting the power through. Alright, time to shut off this. This is already shut off. This is good. Let's just bring that up all the way. Bring that up all the way. And bring that up all the way. There we go. Alright. Drought time. Okay. So we did not save up water like we had previously. I think that's partially just because of the population growth, but I still pretty much believe we'll be okay. A lot of confidence. It's a 10.7 day drought, or I guess 11 maybe when it started. Pretty long drought, all things considered. Got a bunch of additional builders, so that's good. And the gears are gonna get there. Oh my gosh. We don't have a path to our medical bed. We have no extra beds right now, but part of me thinks that maybe we're like doing fine on beds. Just a part of me. Not all of me is sure of that. I mean, I guess we always want to grow, but growing while there's a drought seems irresponsible. I'm just an overlord of beavers. Oh, we aren't even, oh, never mind. No, we got pine resin. We're good there. Just need 2 more gears. And we are golden. Come on, give me my 2 gears. 1 more gear. I know y'all can do this. There we go. We are set. Now we can get water on a reasonable scale. Speaking of that, okay, so we are getting water. I don't want this to run dry or even get close to it. So let's let some water in. That's good. This side can run dry quicker, but in general, I think I want another one of these large water pumps over here. Good to have it up here, though. I could also build another water storage right next to it. That could be a good idea. Well, we'll wait for it to actually get built first. It's not quite there yet. So for treated planks, I could see us adding a little storage right here. Small pile of treated planks. This is gonna continue to get built. All right, 6.7 days. So far the water situation looks great. Now as for gears, so I think we're gonna end up with a surplus of gears, yeah. Let's now start building another water tank. Oh, I could do the large water tank. Yeah, I do. I like the big tank. All right, that's pretty cool. Now we'll be in really good shape with water. Because when you have that full, you can basically go for long periods of time without having to pump water. This is getting there. Very good. Let's replenish our water here again. Getting low. There we go. 5 days. They can easily make it 5 days even if I can't replenish this again. Alright, this is almost out of water, that's fine. Died due to contamination, huh? So that's that. The next thing that we need to invest in is the science. Oh gosh, forgot about all this. Bot assembler, bot part factory. That'll be awesome when we get to that point. How are we doing with the grilled potatoes? That's good. I think adding another line of potatoes is good because I just want to. It's just room not being used, and they love potatoes. Now, where can I store potatoes? I feel like that's too small of a storage thing, but maybe I can put it over here somewhere. I didn't really leave myself any spots to store things. It's fine. Potatoes go quick anyway. 2.7 days left of the drought. Water situation's fine. We don't need anyone working here. This is... what? Metal blocks? I don't have metal blocks. Okay. Scrap metal. So for that, let's get a scrap metal forging site, which we can afford. Yeah. And then I think they'll just automatically go claim these. And then a smelter. What does that need? Oh, it needs scraps. Does it take power? Yeah, it does. Okay. So, smelter could be part of this whole area. Just need to find some room for it. Oh, that's too bad. I was really excited about this large water tank. We can build another medium one. It's another thing we can do. Okay, just need one more treated plank, and then we can get our large water pump. Make everything easy. Easier, at least. Alright, 1 day left. Beavers are happy. Okay, I'm thinking we need to build a little bit more housing. Let's just build 2 more. Not gonna hurt. I wish I didn't waste all that on this. All the science on this thing. I, like, literally can't do anything about it. We got scrap, though. That's good. Metal, what do we need again? Oh, we could do this. We just need to power it. And I don't have enough science points. Well, it's probably worth it to get that next. Just so we can have the large water tank. But then we're not saving up for our observatory. Oh gosh. Conundrums. I think even though we wouldn't be saving up for the large observatory, we would still be better served getting metal blocks so that we can store more water. Because as we continue to grow, we're gonna run into the water problem over and over again. Alright, all filled up again, and we have this. Incredible. Now we are really in business. But all the more reason to get the metal going. Because then we can store large amounts of water right next to this. Let's actually build that right now. There we go. Alright, can't build it yet, but we are going to soon. Okay. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. Okay, got that, and then we need to power it up. The power wheel, like this. Yep, then we just need gears and planks, and we will be all set. How are we doing with gears? I guess still giving that gears. Alright, well let's pause working on that one. Pause working on this. We're gonna want to just get this going. Here we go. Alright, got another bad tide coming. This time we are more than ready for it. Okay. Don't really know what I want to do with this area quite yet. It's going to be really nice to have. But for right now, with the bad tide coming, I just don't really want to prioritize building that up. Got the bad tide coming in 2 days. The other nice thing is now we don't have the bad tide coming in here, or the bad water coming out this way. Oh, one other thing we could do is build another one of these large water pumps. Should probably do that. Not yet. But we will do it eventually. Okay, getting the gears, or the planks at least. Probably the planks first, then the gears next. Bad tide is quickly approaching. Let's start doing the things we need to do. So, that's going up all the way. This is going up all the way. This is going up all the way. Get this filled up as much as possible. And then, considering we have a choice here now, we can actually just totally block that off right now. I mean, or not. I feel like it's still flowing in this way. Let's keep it going in there. Get it all the way up to the top. And then we'll stop it. Bring that up all the way. Bring this down all the way. And then maybe some of the clean water will stay here and never get fully polluted. At least that's the idea. Now for these, I think we're actually good with water. We could keep pumping here, but they're even not pumping much because they don't have much capacity. So I think we're good. Problem with a bad tide that's this long is you really do have to make no mistakes. Like, you can't just be pumping water just for fun because you will run out. This, like, it's probably fine, but I don't know. I could also just not deplete this and then have more water here for the last little bit. I don't know. Let's try with it on. See if we really run into problems. Nah, I already made my decision. We're good. We're good on that. We have enough water for the time being. We should pump water over here though, because there's no downside to pumping water over here. It's not gonna water any crops or anything like that. We have 6 unemployed beavers. What could we get them to do? Do any of them want to start making planks? You're like running on this, but for no good reason. There's nothing to do here. As far as district management goes, the district crossing is 600. I still want to get my observatory before I do the district crossing, but I do want to do a district crossing though right here and start having I could even do it right here. This is a better spot for it. Then we'll have like kind of like a district like water thing right here, and then they can import it over here with the hauling people, the hauling beavers. Okay, so after one day of very minimal production, we went down 50. That's an alarming amount. Makes me think I need to actually pump more. It's just a thought. I'll see how it goes. If it keeps going down quickly, then we'll start pumping maybe from here again. Nothing to worry about yet though. Something to worry about over here though is when they're gonna get all the gears. Here's. Okay, so that went back up to like 250 and then it drops to below 200. So yeah, that's not sustainable. Let's get at least one more water source and see if we're able to sort of break even. Keep an eye on the water. Now are they, I guess they're gonna be filling these quicker than over here, so might not see the difference right away. Okay, need 13 more gears for this. Alright, 7 days left of the bad tide. And let's see how deep are we. Alright, so we're like halfway there. After the observatory, I think I want to start getting into the bad water pumps. So, this one. And then we can start blowing up the ground here and then have this all be a bit deeper so we don't run out of water so quickly. We can fill it up to a larger volume. Okay, we are really close to being able to build our observatory. So let's just get it in place and ready while I get excited and we watch the beaver run. Run, beaver. Yay, got it. So awesome. Alright, 9 more gears for this, then we'll be able to make large water tanks like we've always wanted. There's no more water here. This is fine. I don't think we're gonna run out now. 2 days left. We could just keep pumping. Yeah, it's only 2 days. There's no way we're gonna run out, even if we have both these going. Let's just lower that to get as much water in here as possible. Close it. What are we doing here? Very good. Be cool to get a little shortcut here as well. Maybe if we add another district. Yeah, district up here as well. So another district crossing right around here. And then this will be a district, this will be a district, and then that'll connect over back to this district. And then we'll have kind of 3 towns. Now, if I shut this off, would that help this at all? I'm not actually sure. Like, it would be a lot more pressure here. Maybe that would make it so that this would dissipate more quickly. I don't know. Let's try it. Well, that seems to be working pretty well. It's going out that way pretty quick. Let's just open the floodgates. Let the water out. Let that out. Close that. This set should be at 80. This should be at 175. This is almost built. Yeah, just need the gears. I don't know who's delivering gears elsewhere, but they need to stop. Okay, only a couple more gears. 3 more. Yeah, then we're gonna need gears for this. But once this is going, then research is gonna be real quick. So what's going on here? Is everybody just, they're not delivering gears that way. Okay, they're delivering planks and things. Bad tide approaching. Okay. Alright, well, you know what? I think the bad tide approaching is a perfect place to stop this. We've made a lot of progress. Still a lot more to do. Definitely want to take advantage of this area up top here. Make it kind of come down this way and feed this area in the same way that we feed this area. Just so that we can get extra water here to gather. We're gonna make metal blocks very soon once we have this built. And yeah, once we have large tanks, then we are in really good shape for this playthrough. So thank you for watching. Thanks for your patience if you made it this far, and see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.